Well, hello there, Uber Tuber Rubers, one and all, great and small, left and right, forward and backward. And if you're backward, join me. Welcome to another episode of Short Talks in the Trailer this time. With the old guy, that'd be me. My name's Mike. Good to see you, glad to have you. And just was sitting here enjoying myself here tonight. I had a long day at work, and we made that shower pan happen. It ended up looking real tight, real clean. I liked it. And then we got started later. We did a concrete pour, Marty and me, and he did a lot of the work because he's young. And we made that happen. Poured down 15 bags, concrete mixer, like 80 pounds a bag. Do the math, blah blah blah. It's about 1,200 pounds of concrete, and we put her in there in about 2 hours. We had a nice electric mixer, except the darn thing kept gumming up. So you have to stop in the middle. Okay, get that. You have this small shovel. Get that dry stuff off there. Get it loose. But we made it happen. So I came home and just decided, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything. I did some grocery shopping and stuff, and had enough grocery junk that I decided, well, I'm not gonna go out and eat tonight. I'll eat here. And so I had some stuff out of the fridge. But I just decided tonight, I don't know how to describe this, but, sometimes what I do is I just relax. I started listening to music tonight. There's these black guys, young black guys. I really like watching these videos. There was some guys, and they did a vid about their first time ever seeing, like Leonard Skinner, Freebird. What? This is the first time you've ever heard of these people? Come on. And, it's just really enjoying. I mean, these young guys, they can hear it. They know there's action there. They know there's energy. And, well, that's all old hat. I mean, some of that stuff's 50 and 60 years old. But I enjoy listening to that stuff. Now, I thought to myself, I've never done this before, so, you might not appreciate it. But I'm going to do it anyway. I thought, well, why not list some of the music that I really do enjoy? Now, I'm probably going to mess up the titles because I'm really bad with titles and lyrics and stuff. Don't ask me what the lyrics of any given song or poem are. Sounds like, and the particulars, shall we say, elude me. But anyway, we were listening. I was listening tonight. This guy, he's listening to Freebird, and it's just like, what? And it was the live performance. It was pretty active. And I started listening to Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster, and it's like, boy, that led naturally to, don't you know, Eric Johnson, Cliffs of Dover. You got to see it. There's a 6 minute and 12 version, I think, 6 minute 12 seconds version of a Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson. Oh my gosh, that's when he was in his prime. Now there's one where he's much older, and it's like, ugh, this is just hard to hear. But the when he was in his prime thing, oh my gosh, this guy's all over that guitar, and it kind of restores you. Sometimes when the world's so ugly, sometimes when the world's so bleak, sometimes when let's face it, looks like is anybody paying attention? Well, you got to pay attention, and you got to pay attention to you. And one of the things that we as humans enjoy is music. So I hope you can find some of your favorite music. Now, here's an example. Go look it up. Steve Miller Band, Tokins, Tokins. The S, that's what you think it is. And it's from like 1974 or something like that. Now, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, they were pretty hot, but one of their big songs was Jackie Blue, which I never did like because it had almost nothing to do with the rest of their genre. Go and listen to Country Girl as an example. Go listen to Beauty in the River. These guys, I mean, they take, like, say, hand saws and make them into musical instruments, and not with a whir, 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 whir thing. Because you can do that with a handsaw. I haven't seen that done in years. And so anyway, when you're thinking about how things are going in the world, what you need to do, I think, is you need to say, well, let's face it. Am I going to go into the UN tomorrow morning and make everything right? Tomorrow morning, am I going to address the U.S. Senate and make them suckers all wake up and, pay attention? I mean, we're dealing with something very like what would be a world war if we don't pull back now. And they ain't pulling back. All these GOP, and I'm registered as an R, I want you to know. But I mean, these GOP warmongers like McConnell and, oh my gosh, some of these people. Don't they realize, doesn't anyone realize that at this point, to start an atomic war, an atomic conquest with either China or Russia is like a really bad idea? And not only that, but the two of them are now allied. Oh my. This is really looking sketchy. And so I just thought I'm not going to pay attention to that stuff tonight. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit down and listen to music I like. And if you want to listen, I like a song by the Bee Gees. Now, you may not approve of the Bee Gees, but Alone. Go listen to Alone. And it's just good sounds. I mean, these three brothers, they had a rockin' sound. They were big shots for a long time on, like the top 40 charts and all that stuff. Back when that used to matter. I don't know if they even do top 40 stuff anymore. But what we need to know is that there still is beauty. There still is something that can make your soul thrive. There's something that you remember from when you were young, and you will remember for the rest of your life. Listen to Molly Hatchet, man. Flirting with Disaster. Turn up the volume. Make it happen. There's another one I like by Nazareth, Changing Times. Now, the first half of the song is pretty depressing, but there's a really rocking musical. It's just pure rock with guitars. I mean, no words. An instrumental. I guess that's what you call it. Go listen to Changing Times by Nazareth and hear the energy in you. You ain't nothing. You ain't some just little piddly squat thing. You're a human being and you matter. And when you're hurting and when you're in trouble, we call out and we call to the name. And you know what? He hears. He hears because he's good. And the music he sings to us is the music of peace, the music of reconciliation, the music of love and beauty, and a lot more. And what we've got to do is accept it. We keep thinking there's something I got to do that will make me good enough, maybe somehow. There'll be something I can achieve, some, glorious medal I can wear on my chest or something like that. That'll make me acceptable. You know what makes you acceptable? Nothing. Nothing except the one who came for you. And that dude, he rocks. He not only covers our errors and sins, the many and the many and the many, but he treats us, the Father does now, not only as if we were not guilty, but as if we were purely righteous, as if we were the ones, as if you and I had been the ones who had fulfilled all righteousness and kept faith with the Father all through the road. And he's changing us into something like that. He might use beauty and he might use truth. He's the maestro, he's the master. But as you're looking at the world, you don't have to respond just one way. You can always walk out. You can always say, you know what, I got no part of this. And if you have to do that, then do it in a way that helps you remember the great central mystery of it all. The one who is many, the many who is one. That's what we call the Trinity. He's not confused by that. He's not confounded. But we are. We keep falling into the rut of thinking it must be either all about me or all about us. Which is it? Am I left or am I right? Am I Republican or am I a Democrat? And frankly, I'm a monarchist. I'm waiting for the true king to come back and make things right. And in the meantime, if I lean right or if I lean left, here's the thing that matters. Does it serve the gospel? Does it promote the kingdom? Are people being helped? Does the word of truth gain in, some say, fame or magnificence among the hearing of the many? See, what we're about isn't about whether or not Trump wins or loses. What we're about is Jesus has won, and in so doing, he has called us to a kind of victory that he enjoys. And it's hard for us to do that because we're used to being beat down. We're used to being, ignored or whatever. But you're not ignored anymore. Oh no. You who are his children, we who are his children, the ones who call upon the name, I am who is salvation. That's the King of the Jews. That's his name, Jesus, we say, which is okay. Jesus, if you happen to be, Hispanic. Josh, I guess if you're a gringo. Here's the deal. The one who is many, the many who is one. He has spoken into our world in a most majestic and glorious way, coming as a man, a human person. And in that, you thrive. See, so if beauty's what you need today, get some. If what you need is hear a little rhythm and rhyme, get some. But the most important thing is, he who is at the bottom of all that calls us, all that attracts us, all that draws our hearts, he's the central desire. He's the one we worship. And worship isn't a weird word. It means I value. You are worth. Worthyship. You are worthy. We say to the Father Almighty, we say to the living God, you are worth more than anything. You are worth more than air because you invented it. You are worth more than life because you gave it. You are worth more than existence itself because you caused it and you caused it to be. And so he's the supreme value in person. And sometimes we get it. We need those moments. We need those times where suddenly we break clear and we say, oh, it's really about you, isn't it? So find those times. As the times get tougher, we hunker down, and we're not hiding from the world. We're saying that the world cannot overthrow the counsel of Jesus Christ. He's at the center. He owns this place. And until the world agrees with it, we'll see to it that it is not blessed. We shall call down curses. Not curses in the sense of, 4-letter words. But may the house of the wicked collapse upon their own head. May those who defy the living God find no purpose. May those who defy truth know only their own lies and not be able to remember them. We deliver curses, which is to say, may God's name be held true and may his people prosper. I hope you prosper, because that's what he's all about. That's why he came down here, don't you know? So I'm going to lift up a finger and make that button go off. Besides that, I got to get some sleep. It's coming up on 10 and I'm getting a little weepy. Get some sleep and wake up in the morning, hit it again.